An important question, does the world need fashion watchdogs? And don't get me wrong, this is not for a fit check, but to make sure that the labourers who make these outfits are at least paid their well-deserved minimum wage. Recently, a survey was conducted across 1,000 fashion retail factories across Bangladesh. And according to the findings, what major Western fast fashion firms like Zara and H&M are paying to Bangladeshi garment suppliers is even less than the production cost. And this left factories struggling to pay the country's legal minimum wage. As per the survey, 19% of Lidl suppliers, 11% of Inditex, 9% of H&M's and 8% of Next suppliers were paid less than production costs. Majority suppliers of all these brands, along with Tesco and Aldi, told researchers that even after 2 years after the pandemic was declared, they were still being paid the same rate. This despite the soaring rates of raw material and production costs in that period. A UK-based trade campaign group, Transform Trade, says that almost half of Primark suppliers said that they did not see an increase in payment rates, even when just over a third of orders had been cancelled in the interim. The report looks at the period from March 2020, when the pandemic curbs kicked in, to December 2021, and it found that brands buying from 15 or more factories were more likely to engage in unethical practices. These include delaying payments or cancelling orders. Among these firms are big operators who are members of UK's Ethical Trading Initiative. It is an alliance of companies, NGOs and unions set up to improve relations with suppliers. Fiona Ghosh, a senior policy advisor at Transform Trade, has said that the research is a wake-up call and has called for a fashion watchdog to regulate the UK garment retail industry. She suggests that the watchdog will work in a similar manner as the Grocery Supply Code of Practice that oversees relations between suppliers and retailers selling more than $1 billion of groceries a year. The report includes responses from many of the companies in question. Lidl says that they are committed to ensuring minimum wages in the supply chain, adding that it completely refutes the suggestion that its suppliers are being paid the same amount or less than the pre-pandemic numbers. Zara's owner Inditex, on the other hand, said that it had participated in global action to support the garment industry. Primark, meanwhile, admitted that it had been forced to cancel some orders during the pandemic when business got tough, but that it had tried to support workers during that period. Bangladesh being an attractive option for the West, given its cheap labour, is not news. Less investment and more output does sound attractive, but these million-dollar firms should remember that there is dignity in labour, which cannot be sidestepped. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.